Okay, so the calculator that we use in Algebra 1 is a TI-83 Plus. I have a classroom set here. You're going to use these calculators in most of your classes going up to calculus. Calculus, we switch it a little bit to a TI-84 just to do some of the stuff up there, but this calculator has got a lot of built-in programs that's going to help us in Algebra 1. And you can download an emulator for this, I think on the App Store or Google Play, one of them. I've had kids download them to their smartphones. So before you go out and buy one, check to see if you can find one on your phone. Now, I won't let you use your phone in class, obviously. You'll have to use this. But if you're using homework or whatever, that's the Apple has a lot of really great stuff, and there's a lot of and they're free, so just feel free to download those. You can also probably snoop around and find one for your computer if you don't have a smartphone. And if you don't have a computer or a smartphone, don't worry about it. You can always sign one of these out of my room. Just ask me at the end of the day, and I'll let you sign one out. We can talk about that later on. But anyway, I just want to kind of go through a couple of introductory things with this calculator to try to get you started. That way, if you're at home and you're stuck on something, you will have something to refer to. So let me just start right at the beginning here. If you want to turn your calculator on, I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence here. Down here in the very lower left corner is the on button. So you turn it on, you should see your cursor blinking. If you don't see your cursor blinking, okay, you can adjust the contrast on this. So you can either hit second and then up, hold it in. Actually, you have to tap it. Sorry. Second, up. That'll make your screen get darker. And second down will make it get lighter. Okay, so I need a little darker than that. Can't see anything. There you go. So find it. You can adjust the contrast to find a setting that's easiest for you to see. So that's how you adjust your contrast. One thing I always have my students do before we even start is reset the memory in your calculator. Now, to reset the memory in your calculator, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the second key and then the plus sign down here. Okay, when you hit that, you want to scroll down to where it says reset. Now, depending on the model calculator that you have, we all have a TI-83 Plus, but depending on the year it was built, it might be a different number. Mine is option 7. Some of them are option 5. So just find the one that says reset and hit enter. You want it to reset all RAM, so hit enter again, and it'll say reset RAM and hit reset. Boom. And you should get RAM cleared. That'll delete all the stuff that's in your calculator. It's like formatting the hard drive on your phone. Is the best way to describe it. That's why I'd ask you like 3 times, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, it's okay, because we don't have any programs or anything installed on our calculator, so it's fine. So that's how you reset your memory, turn it on, and adjust the contrast. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you in this section, I'll be making more of these videos as the year go on, is the list screen, because the very first topic we need is the list. So just before we get into that, though, there's a couple things. If you notice up here, I have the second key, okay, and it's yellow. What the second key does is it kind of acts like a shift key on your calculator, or on your keyboard, your keyboard at home. So when you hit the second key, what it does, your little cursor will turn into a little arrow. See how there's a little arrow in there? That'll activate all the commands that are in yellow above all the keys. So if you wanted to go into the list screen, so you'd hit second and then hit list. This would take you right into the list screen. If you wanted to get out of any page that you're on, maybe you're on this page, you're like, I don't want to be on here. Hit second, and the button right next to it is quit. That'll take you back to the main, calculator screen or whatever. In green here, turquoise, whatever that is alpha. You don't need to worry about that. That will activate all the letters so you can type, but you have no reason to do that. So all you need to worry about is the second key. The second key will activate all the commands in yellow. So if you're looking for something, second, and if you want to square root, it's right there. Okay, stuff like that. So that's what the second key does. Anyway, we want to get into the list screen because the next topic that we're going to talk about is going to involve the list. So I suggest you watch this video first before you get into the next because I'm not going to go over it in there. So anyway, you hit the Stat key and you go into Edit, and that'll bring up your list. Now, we only deal with List 1. List 1 is what's important. If List 1 isn't there, let's just pretend that List 1 is deleted. So I'm going to delete all these lists. The first thing you can do, let's get out of this page, if you want to bring your deleted list back, You have two things at your disposal you can do. The first, I just taught you. You can reset the memory in your calculator. So the information that you're going to be using is going to be in list 1. So we need to bring list 1 back so we can reset our memory. All RAM, all reset. Okay, RAM cleared. Now when we go back into that screen, the lists are all back. Now there's a better way of doing that. Now that's like, I always use the analogy, that's like dropping an A-bomb in an anthill. That's just a lot of overkill. But if, let's say we had some numbers in list 1, so I'm just going to put a few numbers in list 1 here, okay, and then I'm going to go up and accidentally delete the list. So I'm going to hit delete. Boom, my list is gone. So now what do? Well, this is important to know because down the road when we're really using list 1, you're going to see that there's going to be times where you're going to be inputting up to 20 numbers in list 1, and doing this way will allow you to bring those numbers back without losing them. So if you hit the stat key and you go down to setup editor, and hit enter, that will bring the deleted list back. So when you go back into your list, so you hit stat, hit edit, you're back there, all your numbers are back in there, your list is back, and all is right with the world. If you want to clear a list, you can either just delete numbers out like that, or you can highlight the list that you want to delete and hit clear. That will clear all the entries but keep the list. Okay, so lists are very important. List 1 is going to be used a lot this year. We also use list 2 a little bit. So that's how you bring a deleted list back. You can use the reset the memory or hit the stat button and set up editor.